Hello everyone, this is Lamid Sane once again of LSWAT apps, and in this video we're going to have a look at the include and require functions. So basically sometimes when you're working in your PHP script, you want to include some other script, so that you have a code inside some other file, but you want that code available here as well to run. And how do you do that? You use the include and the require function, but they pretty much do the same thing, but how they work and function behave slightly differently. So let's just start with the include. So I'll start by creating one file inside my folder here, which is the htdocs. So we'll just call it my file, my underscore file.php. Okay, so I'll just save that, drag it into my text editor. As you can see, we have it here. So let's say we have echo. Let's open our PHP tags. So I'll say there inside echo inside my file. Okay, so how do we make this code available inside here? We can use include. I'm down. We just pass in the name of that file, in this case my file, my underscore file.php as a string. Now when we go back in the browser and run the index.php file, we should see that echo there. As you can see, echo inside my file. Okay, so let's try that with the require as well. So we say require, and same, we're requiring this file. As you can see, let's refresh this. It still gives the same output as the include. Okay, so what's the difference between include and require? Okay, so include forces you doesn't force you to have the file available. What do I mean by that? So let's just back up a little bit. I have the include here, and I'm saying I want to include this file, but let's say for some reason that file doesn't exist on your file system. So let's just rename that file. I'll go back in my file explorer here, just right click, rename. So let's say my file 2. So just note that we're trying to include that file, but the file does not exist. So let's see what happens. When I refresh the browser, it says warning, include no such file or directory in line 3. Okay, so let's see what happens with require. So require here, let's require my file and see what happens. As you can see, require throws up an error. So what's the difference between the two? Require is when you say, okay, this file that I'm including must available here. And by must means that any code that happens after the require, if that file that you're requiring doesn't exist, that code will not run. In that require will throw up an error. So let's just confirm that. So let me say echo after require. And now I'm trying to require this my file, which doesn't exist because we have renamed my file to my file 2. When I refresh here, we should get an error, and this should not output. This code here saying echo after require should not be seen on the screen. So when I refresh, as you can see, we don't see that being output to the screen. We only get the error warning that require failed to open stream no such file or directory in line 3, and it throws up a fatal error. But let's change this require now to include. The only thing that include does, it throws up two warnings, or shows you that something's wrong, but it doesn't throw up an error. So a warning is just to tell you something's not right, but I'll let you continue executing, whilst an error says no, I'm going to stop execution here. So I'll refresh. As you can see, it says after require. So after the include here, even though this file doesn't exist, we see a warning, but then this still works. Okay, so that's it guys. That's how you use the include and the require functions in PHP. So next up, we're going to see how to use the include once and the require once. Okay, so I thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Cheers, bye bye.